Okay, I'm here. Sorry for the delay. I had to set up everything. It's been a day. How are you guys? Hello, welcome back to our charity stream for the Jimmy Fund, day 2, where we are trying to raise overall, over the course of the next couple days, $6,000 to beat our last year's goal, or our last year's record, for a fantastic little charity, a wonderful little company that I'll tell you guys about in a sec. I brought the lemon juice. Just to get right down to it, this is fresh, just got it today. I'll crack it open. I'm still trying to decide how much we should set the increments for though, because you guys have already donated over $1,000, and I don't want to set it at 100 because I physically cannot take 10 shots of lemon juice. But for those who are new here, by the way, who haven't seen us do charity streams here before, every once in a while we do this thing where we take shots of lemon juice every time that we donate a certain amount of money towards whatever charity we're raising money for. And I set it at like $50 last year, I think it was, and then I had to raise it to 100, and even then you guys donated so much fucking money that it was like physically impossible for me to keep up. So someone said every 200, every 420, every 500. I don't know if we should do 500. 500 is a lot. We could do it in increments of 500. I think less than 300 is definitely a good move. We could do every 200. So that means that if we reach our goal has moved up to $2,000, by the way. If you guys want to take a look, actually, I can show you some info about the Jimmy Fund and what exactly we're doing here. Wow, did I lose it? Is it here? Firefox, you're supposed to be here. Hello? Properties. Mozilla Firefox. Yeah, the only Firefox I have going, please. There we go. Goodness, I don't know where that went. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. We raised $1,165. Our goal for today is $2,000. If we could get past that and go to $3,000, that would make me so happy. Overall, we're aiming for $6,000 by the end of the week. So, Cash Cow said we gotta move the goal by 50 every time. Oh man, also Sculptor says I donated $69 and made the total 1234. Very satisfying. Did you really? No way. Yeah, hell yeah. Well done, Sculptor. I support that in so many ways. It's the funny number, and it makes a good number. Well done. Thank you so much, Sculptor. Let me get you on the board of Citrus Sentinels. Citrus Sentinel being coined by Nick and Nikki, by the way, for the folks who actually are selling Citrus Sentinel pins and t-shirts that also have proceeds that go towards charity. So thank you guys so much. Zactafan says do a shot for 69. Oh, I'll do the first shot for 69. Since we already have a 69 donation. Jayhawk says start low and escalate, so the first couple are cheap, but then it becomes hard to earn more to entice higher donations and not overwhelm you. That's a good call. We should do that. Natser says dangerous precedence. That is, yeah. It's worth it. It's for charity. For those who don't know, we're raising money right now. Let me get Sculptor on the board, actually, before I talk about this. Sculptor with a $69 donation. And then I'll put a little nice underneath here. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh no, hold on. Let's get that glare out of here. There you go. Welcome to the board of Citrus Sentinels. And Zactafade says, oh yeah, just the first one. We should do that. But we already donated $69, so I can absolutely do that. This is very fresh. Oh, also I have a cut on my lip. I forgot to tell you guys that. I haven't been using my Aquaphor as much as it should be. Okay. Ah. Is this gonna, oh my god. There's no pull tab on this thing. It's like the shitty off-brand, I'm pretty sure. Your girl is, Pfft. Old habits die hard. I will never not buy off-brand shit. Use a knife. Also, Natsu says, on behalf of your dentist, teeth aren't tools. On behalf of my dentist? I'm about to drink straight lemon juice. What do you mean on behalf of my dentist? My dentist has bigger concerns. Duke says, is that lemon juice or concentrated lemon juice? Oh, I didn't check. Where's the label? I already threw it away. Oh no. I don't know. I'll do it either way. Christoph says, I feel like you should always have a cut in your lip from lemon shots during lemon shots. You know, it's part of the punishment, essentially. I don't know what it was that people decided that, wow, do I have a knife? I do! I have a teeny little pocket knife that I won't show on screen, but it's really cute. I got it for my birthday when I was a kid. I don't know when it started that, oh my god, I have scissors right here. I had scissors sitting on my table right next to the lemon juice. Got it. I'm so blind. I'm so sorry. Don't try this at home, kids. Yeah. Oh, it splashed everywhere. Great. We'll find out if I have a cut anywhere else in my body now. Anyway, NotMe19 says, how does this work? Welcome in. So over on Twitch, there's a donation link where you can donate to the Jimmy Fund. It takes you straight there if you join the Twitch stream. I can't do much on TikTok because there's no easy way to do all that, so very sorry. Let me add it to the YouTube stream as well. Hopefully that's up. Hey, Vito says, can you send the link again? Absolutely, I can. Let me get that going. Give me a quick moment, because YouTube and sorry, I guess general like charity streams take a lot more setup, so you'll have to forgive me for a quick sec while I get everything going. But if you use !donate at any point in the Twitch chat, or in a moment, if you go to the YouTube description for either of these streams, then you guys should be able to see the direct dono link. Our goal, as I mentioned, is $2,000 for the end of the stream today. We're really hoping for 3, but I'll move it once we reach $2,000, because we're gonna kind of keep incrementally moving it up. You know, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. But there we go. Let's see. Okay, so it should be in YouTube. There we are, for both mobile and desktop. Amazing, hell yeah. Not Me says, how much is donated so far? So the first shot of lemon juice was only for $69 because it's funny. After that, we'll probably go for 100. And you don't have to donate a straight 100. You can combine your dono with someone else's. And if it's 100 total or more, then I'll take a second shot, and we'll kind of keep going up from there. Because otherwise, I've historically taken way too many lemon juice shots, and I felt miserable after stream, and it was not good. And I don't have any Tums or anything, so Natsu says, what we need is a good QR code so the TikTokers can lens it and get there. Wouldn't they be watching TikTok on their phones, though? Lens it. That's a new term for me. I'm old, she says, having been born in 1999. Let me see if I can get this going here. Not Me says, if I donate a rose on TikTok, does that count for the charity's donation? I'm afraid not, only because it would take so long to get to me the way TikTok has such a delay on things. I would say just hold on to it. If you can't donate, it's no big deal. You can still watch and enjoy the citrus fruits of everyone else's labor. How much is a shot? Is that? I should have gotten a pourer. Is that enough, or should I actually like fill it? Who's the bartender in the group? Duke says you're not allowed to be old. Also, Natsu says you can scan QR codes on your screen using Android. I assume iPhone has similar. Oh, I didn't know that. It's cloudy. It's fresh, I think. Stack it. Stack it. Stack it on what? Also, Zachnavane says that's enough. Okay. First one. Congrats, guys. Thanks so much for the $69 donation. Here's to you. I'm smiling now. I'm about to violently remember how bad this is. Well, it's not concentrated, but it sure as fuck ain't lemonade. Brosidian says you're second as well, please. Oh no. There's gonna be a point where I'm gonna have to get like one of those fucking funnels just full of lemon juice. My fucking... Bleh. My mouth is salivating so much. Also, hi, Reaper. Okay, Brosidian says you're second as well, please, which I assume means there's been another dono. Yeah, we're at 1,334. Because Brosidian single-handedly donated $100 to get us the second shot. Thank you so much, Brosidian. Zachnavane says took that like a champ. It's because my salivary glands have like a fucking 3-second delay on them, and now I can feel them swelling up like fucking crazy. I also like hooked the shot glass around the bottom of my lip so it didn't touch the cut. I'm willing to bet anything I'm gonna forget to do that here soon. Lucas says, Thomas learned last night that you can chase the taste with honey Greek yogurt. Buddy, I barely have like any food in my fridge right now. I'm trying to not do grocery shopping. I definitely don't have yogurt, let alone Greek yogurt, the fancy kind, let alone honey Greek yogurt, I fear. I have an open Avid cider, not sponsored, and water. And that's all I got. But we're gonna take the second shot here in a sec. Let me just update the running total on our screen for you guys so that way you can keep up. So far, we're at $1,334 raised for the Jimmy Fund. Once we have a lull, I'll talk about what the Jimmy Fund actually is. So far, it's just been blind donations, which I appreciate. You guys are so sweet, basically supporting anything that I throw at y'all. And I can appreciate that you guys have such care for things that I have a lot of either personal interest in, like the World Wildlife Fund and personal history with, or that I have friends and family who have personal history with. And you guys are just, you're wonderful. Seriously, I can't thank you all enough. Zachnavane says, Diana says she's trying not to buy groceries and I heard she's not eating enough. I'm getting my vitamin C, at least. Cheers, chat. Thanks, Brosidian. You know, the key to taking shots is to not let it sit in your mouth. I've never been good at that part. Oh man, I let that sit for way too long. It only felt like a second. I'm sure it was only a second in the playback. It felt like I aged 3 years while I was sitting there. Thank you so much, Brosidian. Let me add you to the board. Brosidian with the $100 donation for cancer research and care for cancer patients. If you guys don't know where your money's going, by the way, the Jimmy Fund has kindly, if you're watching on a not mobile platform, I'm pointing at something right now. That's a little slideshow that shows off exactly where your money goes. And when you give money to organizations like this, it goes a long way. These people they have the connections necessary to really stretch out their dollars. So it's way different than if you or I were spending like $3 on cancer research. Someone in the Jimmy Fund who's spending $3 on cancer research, same with basically any charity, is gonna know exactly how to maximize that. And these are just some examples on how your money is being used. So thank you all so much. Let's see, Lucas says, I finished off 1 lemon last night and hung out in Discord eating it, playing Pokemon. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was gonna say something, but I was busy because I've been busy all week. But if you guys don't know, Lucas has eaten entire lemons before whenever we've donated to the Jimmy Fund. And I don't know if it was specifically the Jimmy Fund last year, but doing some charity work. Also, hi to everyone over on YouTube, Toastman. Hello, saying, babe, wake up. I know it's 1:30 in the morning, but the cute D&D girl is streaming. The cute D&D girl is suffering right now, actually, but thanks for being here. Also, hi to Big T and to Schmolk. Hello, and Man. Good to see you. But yeah, Lucas says, I've got 1 more to eat tonight if we break the $2,000 goal. Oh my God, we're not that far away. I've also committed to something when the team goal of 7,500 is reached. That's right, so we're part of a team right now. Also, hi to Lidorum over on TikTok. We're part of a team called Our Sales Mean Life. If you wanted to, you can go to the dono link and kind of click around and see how much we've raised overall and our goal of $7,500. When we reach that, by the way, Thomas Chusano is going to cut off his ponytail, which is an impressive fucking ponytail, by the way. Thomas is the guy who made the master DM screen, the wooden one. Also, DBC wants me to hydrate. I can do that. Also, Nostr says Nesh shot at 345 nightly total, half of 690. Also, there's been another donation. Let me go back to, hold on. Let me go back to my page. Yeah, we're at 1,549. Thanks to Mr. to Mr. Max, who donated 15, and Cash Cow, who donated 200, saying donating not only for my late grandmother who we lost to cancer, but for my mother who won her battle with cancer. Cash Cow, I remember that last year where you were talking about your mother, working through treatment, and there was a huge celebration in the Discord when she finally fought through it. I have actually another one of these I stream for things. The last one that I dedicated to your mom is actually still in my little box of memories. But we have a new one this year that I'm gonna write this one in for myself because, I mean, we all know where this is going. We have been in support of our friend Blizz, who is working through cancer at the moment, which is one of the closest. Granted, Blizz and I are not close. I don't want to make it seem like a weird parasocial thing. We're not like close, but that's the closest cancer has come to my personal circle outside of that one time that I thought I had cancer. So the older you get, the closer and closer it gets. And so we're going to be doing some more stuff for Blizz on Project Medusa's channel. We had something today. We're doing something again this weekend, where on Saturday I'm going to be DMing in public for the first time in support of him. But that is kind of like the focus right now. The onus is you guys know him, and I know him, and really the whole community knows him. And so that's very fresh in our minds right now. So that's part of the onus for donating right now. Notzer says that one time sounds a lot breezier than I'm sure that was. It was so crazy, dude. Oh man, I can go into that story later on. It's not that crazy of a story, but like it was intense, especially because I was really young at the time. And so having all these people be like, yeah, this ain't looking good, and just looking at me with the saddest expression on their face it was like kind of heartbreaking. I was dating someone at the time and he was actively like sobbing on the couch. He was taking it worse than I was. Anyway, thank you so much to Cash Cow saying, is that 2 lemon shots now? So we've done 2. I think we should update the total to 200 for a shot of lemon juice, but it's cumulative, right? So we have 200 for Cash Cows, and then we're $15 of the way towards the next one. So we need another 1,085? No, 75 or 175 total cumulative. And then we'll take another, only because we just started stream and this is accelerating at a rapid rate. But let's see. Crypto Billy says you're wearing overalls. I am indeed. I felt it's honestly kind of comfy. It hasn't been the worst, and I don't know. it's not too bad. I usually try and dress for like the least amount of clothing possible, purely for my own comfort. But anyway, let me get Cash Cow on the board and Mr. Max. Thank you guys so much for your donations, and I'll do that that other shot here in a sec. But Mr. Max, I'm not gonna write the full thing because I want to leave room for other donors. But thank you for the $15 donation. Also, hi Shelly, how are you? How's it going? Good to see you. Guys, everyone say hi to Shelly Von Miller, the one and only. And Rio, hi. And Cookshot says, literally anything happens with your body, check symptoms. Yep, I have cancer. You'd be surprised at how, so what I had was a combination of highly specific diseases, or not diseases, but like infections that when piled up, made my lymph nodes swell up so much that they were visible through my clothing. And so I went to go see a doctor, and then they did exams, they tested for a bunch of different illnesses, and the test came out negative. So they were like, yeah, the only way your lymph nodes will be doing this is if you have cancer, so we're gonna send you into somewhere to check it out. The ultrasound lady was like, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but it ain't looking good. There was a whole thing, I don't know. It came out okay, it just turns out that I had the exact combination of symptoms and the exact negative tests that were like false negatives, apparently. I don't know. Either way, I'm fine, thank God, but other people, not so fine, which is what we're here for, you know? But Cash Cow, here's your $200 donation for the Jimmy Fund. I will happily do another shot for you and for your late grandmother and for your wonderful mother. Tell her I said hi. Shelly says my game is on Sunday. Yeah, we were just talking about the Blizz thing. Let me do this. Can I stick this here? Will this work? Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see. Brosidian says false negatives are the worst. Yeah, they did so much negative testing. So it was a round of like 7 different tests because they were like, oh, all these symptoms, this is a weird combination of them. So we're gonna test for all these sorts of things. And then every single fucking one came out negative, which is either a wild fluke or the types of tests that they use were just not the right specific subset of test for a certain type of disease. I don't know. Anyway, we're at 3 shots. I'm gonna do the 3rd shot. Also, wait, let me update the thing because we're at $1,549 raised. I want to make sure you guys can see that even when I'm not on the tab. So let me update 1,000. Yeah, the progress 549. We are so close to our $2,000 goal. Honestly, like, let's see, Cash Cow said, did you do half of that? Wait, why? Is this a double? Am I pouring doubles this whole time? Am I an alcoholic? I thought this was a single the whole time. Shelly says, well, now you won't get scurvy. Yeah, they can't get scurvy if I have stomach ulcers first, from all this. You can't kill me if I'm already dead. Also, Angel says, I feel really bad. I spent the last of the extra money I have for the month on some extra stuff for my players last night. Oh, do not feel bad. You are so wildly more than welcome to just sit and watch my misery. I'm always down to have lurkers come and watch and like just kind of hang out with us. There is absolutely no need to donate to be here. That being said, cheers to you for the cute thought and for the thoughtful consideration. And I hope your players enjoyed it too. That's fucking cool. Cash Cow said I request for my shot that you do half of it. But if I do half of it, I have to like pour half of it. I don't have a vessel for the other half. I can like sip half of it, but then it's definitely gonna fuck up my lips. I'll try that. Also, we started a combo. Cash Cow, this one's for you. We'll do a sip. Two cuts, by the way. Found out I had 2 cuts. Apparently there's one on my upper lip that I didn't realize was there. Fuck me. I really should get some like Aquaphor or something as a coat. Is that half? Oh, it's not even half. Fuck me. I'm calling that. Deethan says, what did you do to your lip? It's summer. I existed in the desert at the summertime is what happened. They're just chapped. Lucas says, just a sip, and the sip just entirely soaks into her cut. That's why you have to do shots as like full shots. You have to full send. It's either that or get a straw at this point, and that just seems ridiculous. Hi, Iteration, how's it going? Nasser says I'm here for the misery. Woo. I also have a question from Luke Taylor over on TikTok who said, question, how do persuasion checks look from a DM's perspective? Yeah, so if you roll it, I don't know if you're talking about like the math side of it, but if you roll a persuasion check, usually what happens is the DM will consider they'll usually just throw out a number. That's kind of how all checks work in D&D, is there's easy, which is 5, 10 is the DC. Very easy, which is 5. 15 is like medium, or medium to hard. 20 is hard, and then anything from 25 and above is like really hard, up to borderline impossible, which is like 35 plus. That varies based on who you're working with. So me as a DM, if someone rolls a persuasion check against me running an NPC, I'll think about the NPC's relationship to that player character and be like, oh, okay, these guys are friends. Like, I'll lower the DC a little bit. It'll be 8 instead of 10, or something like that. And then I also take into consideration, you know, what's actually being asked. Some persuasion checks just aren't possible. Like, you can't convince a king to just give you the throne. That's not gonna happen. But, yeah, anyway, Justin, welcome in. Hello, hello. And hi, Felix and Elliot over on YouTube. It's lovely to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, let's see. Vito says, never DM for a bunch of people in public. It's got to be pretty nerve-wracking. Good, like, I believe in you. Yeah, I'm doing my best. It's my first time DMing in public. I am very rusty, and it's also going to be a little bit more light. It's not going to be the usual horror things that I run because of A, content warnings, and B, the nature of the module I'm running is very beginner-friendly. And all of my beginner-friendly modules are not super, they're not very intense on the horror side. And they're also, I have to fit it in within like 3 hours. And so it's gonna be very quick. It's gonna be teaching people how to play for the most part. And it's gonna be a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more of me just improvising. So be ready for that. And it's not gonna have vivid descriptions of combat, only because the combat being done, I'll give you a little hint, is against animals. And we have a flag, a line or a veil against harm to animals. So I'm not gonna describe combat the way I normally would. Unless it's to a human, in which case I'll describe arrows piercing shoulders and shit like that. So beyond that though, it's just gonna be you hit, you miss. So it's not gonna be my usual stuff, which is kind of, that's what makes me more nervous, is that I'm afraid it's not gonna be representative how I actually DM. But Shelly says that then there's me doing a horror-ish game that is a summer camp. Yeah, dude, that's cool. Oh, I love that sort of stuff. Viper says horror, everyone. She's saying horror. Please be aware, I am saying horror. I'm just from the Pacific Northwest. Anyway. Let's see, what else? I think we're still at $1,549. So we're gonna, oh no, we're at 1,619. Holy shit, there's been another donation. Thank you so much to, who was this? Oh, it was Vito and Michael. Vito and Michael, thank you so much. Vito says, happy to try and make a difference from this never-ending battle against cancer. And then Michael with $40. Thank you guys so much. So that makes, okay, if we add Michael and Vito, that's 70. Mr. Max is up to 85, which means, what's 200 minus 85? Chat, someone do math for me. 200 minus 85. Let me know what that is. That's how far away we are from the next lemon shot, because it is cumulative. Kleptoferret says public DMing. What are you running? I'm running Wild Sheep Chase. So it's not a custom module either. So that's also why it's a little bit different than what I normally do. 115, so we're 115 away. And Kleptoferret says, have you ran Cohorts Cthulhu yet? I haven't. I wanted to. I wanted to work with, I think it's Modifius on it, but it didn't end up working out, I don't think. Obviously things get a little weird. There's been a lot of changes in the space recently, so I don't blame them. But I kind of want to try it out at some point. Robert Table says Wild Sheep Chase is actually solid. It is. And let's see, Serenity says, oh my gosh, is this the Diana of the Rose? Hello, hello. And Robert Table says that, and Granny's apple pie. DBC is heading off for the night. But let's see. Iteration says, have you ever seen Mouse Ritter? The dragons are just cats. And Kleptoferret says, I got the trial deal from them, but I hadn't had anyone do it yet. I think I'm caught up on chat, so I think I can write down some things, get some things. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let me also make sure everything is working on my end. Perfect, okay, solid. My text app, there's so many things showing up. Serini says, I'm sorry, I have no idea who that is. You're fine, Serini, trust me, you're so good not knowing who that is. Robert Table says, Arena Shenanigans as chat with points and bit redemptions. I believe there are some. And I think so. I'm actually not 100% sure what they look like. I should ask about that. I feel like I should probably know that going in. Dendrandra, welcome in, and Phoenix, thank you so much for the sub, both of you guys. Let me add some people to the board. So Michael is here with $40. 40. And then Vito Tenant. Here we are. 10. Is it Ent? A-N-T, like someone renting an apartment. Perfect. That's gonna be $30 as well. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are the best. And then we already have Mr. Max, so we're good to go on that front. Kleptoferret says, because who doesn't want to be a Roman centurion battling eldritch horrors? Yeah, dude, it looked so cool. They have Cohorts Cthulhu, and they have a, like, more modern, I think it's like a World War II version as well. Michael says, I lost too many to the big C. Hope your friend is good. Yeah, Blizz is about halfway through his chemo treatment, I believe. He's got a bunch of friends down, hanging out with him, and, you know, taking him to and from appointments, watching out for him in the meantime. He has a pretty solid support network back home in Texas, but from afar, we're doing the best that we can. Federation says World War II Eldritch Horror. Sounds like Hellboy. Is Hellboy Eldritch Horror? Oh, I had no idea. Also, Not Mia says, where did you get your necklace? This is something I got up in, I think it was Leavenworth, Washington, ages ago, as part of a, like, it was just like a little store. It's actually proper gold, though. It's quite nice. I like it. The only problem is it comes undone, because it's like two leaves kind of latched together, and the latch just kind of unfolds. Hey, Robert Tables, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. That's super sweet of you, helping people watch the stream as we go, make sure no one misses any lemon action. We also have Lukage, who said, as fall hopefully approaches, what's the best fall food? We have a poll up between chili, apples, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin pie, and squash. I feel like pumpkin spice latte doesn't belong here. That's not really a food, is it? That doesn't count, does it? Either way, Flying Minister, thank you so much for the 300 bits. And Iteration says, Hellboy has little hints in it. Definitely not like the focus of the comments. Oh, I getcha. Let's see. What else? I'm getting a notification from DoorDash. I panicked for a second. I was like, I didn't order anything. Okay, let's see. I think I'm caught up. I just need to add the new money from the Stream Elements Day. 1,000. Aha. 619. Perfect. We'll save that. All right, you guys are all caught up. Lucas says the pumpkin spice latte is awful, but people like it. I don't know if it's that bad. I feel like people kind of hate on it because it's trendy to hate on it. I've tried a pumpkin spice chai plenty of times to know that it's really fucking delicious and the highlight of fall. Not that I think it belongs on the same poll as food, but it's really good. I like it. I feel like a latte can't be that much worse, right? Mr. Smile says pie is always a winner. Well, the poll is up now if you guys wanted to vote. So far, Apples is winning, but Apples is, if it comes with the act of actually going to a pumpkin orchard, what do you call it? Not a pumpkin orchard, an apple orchard and picking them, then yes, because it comes with a whole package. But I feel like in a vacuum, apples, you can get them anytime. It can't be that crazy for fall. Zombie Wolf, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Oat Milk Advocate is also here. Hello, hello. And let's see. Serenity says, if I make another PSL, I might cry or the smell is just constant. Superman says, hi, do you stand by your tag? Ask me anything. I'm actually pretty open, yeah. Just don't be fucking weird about it, yeah. And Duke says, cottage pie is also acceptable for autumn. Cottage? What is a cottage pie? Google. Show me a cottage pie. Oh, it's just the name. It's a different name for a shepherd's pie. That's not too bad. Could be worse. Sereni says apples are the superior fall item. So this is before you and I were friends, but oh, it's a shepherd's pie with beef? Oh, okay. Honestly, I feel like that would be kind of a lot better. Not lamb meat. Got it. But Sereni, before you and I were friends, we actually did a apple taste test stream where there's a whole website, types of apples, where we went through and where is it? Not apple chart, not apple varieties. There's definitely somewhat, yeah, it was one of our top streams, honestly, but it was like some dude incredibly harshly judging every single type of apple in existence. And so I went to the store, got every single apple that I could find and rated them all on a scale of 1 to 10 for various things like crispness and juiciness and all that. Sereni says, without me, the person who makes 10 apple pies every year. Do you make 10 apple pies? Oh, I'm also wondering if I should make another apple pie for the apple cider avid like promo that's happening here. And Cashcal said, your world got flipped when it comes to Cosmic Apple and Honeycrisp apples. Yeah, I thought Cosmic Crisp were the best thing ever, I believe. And I found out that I was wrong. And you know what? I own up to when I'm wrong. But yeah, Lucky Dragon says it's good food. Lamb and beef, though? I like it. I mean, I feel like I would have to go to a very specific like Irish pub that has like some nice baked brie as an appetizer on their menu. And Cashcal says clip that. Oh no, what did I do? Ethan says you doubled down hardcore on it too. I know, I was so insistent on the fact that I was right, and then Gamer Girl admits she's wrong. Oh my god. But I feel like I'd have to go to a place that has like baked brie, just like, you know, proper Guinness that's actually properly, you know, poured, certified and all that sort of shit. And then eat a shepherd's pie. Like, it's gotta be in the right environment. I wanna feel immersed, you know? Anyway, here's pictures of shepherd's pie. Someone also asked what the difference between an apple pie and a cobbler is. I think a cobbler doesn't have a base, that's a pie crust, if I'm guessing correctly. Superman says, how old are you? I am 26. I always have to think about it. Jesus fuck. And Serena says, you gotta come down to Florida and try the different types of oranges in the summer. Yeah, I honestly need to come down to Florida just in general, because we have Cole, Hiki, James, you down there. There's so many Floridian friends I have that I need to do a little tour down there sometime. Vito says, I know of some people who live solely off of coffee. Like, if you cut them, they'll bleed coffee. Ooh. Have you guys, we talked about, what is it, civet coffee, right? At some point on this stream? I feel like we must have. But Itachi, hey, welcome in. And people are saying Florida is awesome. I hear it's just kind of muggy, right? And Serini says, I have the best job in Florida, for real. Really? Besides the pie thing? Still pretty sick, honestly. Don't dox yourself, but I don't remember what you do. I know you cosplay for sure. Angel says, I'm an Alaskan in Florida right now and I'm dying. Oh, yeah. So I had Cole, you remember when Cole came and visited and took over the stream, right? He was doing a little thing where he sat in my chair and pretended to be me for an hour. I told him he should come visit in the summertime because that's when all the fun stuff around Bend happens. And he was like, nah, dude, I'm from Florida. Like, I need the cold so fucking badly that I refuse to go anywhere else when it's warm. So, yeah. Mr. Smile says, my dad bleeds Kona coffee. And Duke says, see, now I'm hungry and I want pie. 1:45 a.m. is not pie o'clock. Oh, man. Sorry, it's the food part of the stream. It's the necessary evil part of the stream. It looks like we're still at 1,619 donations for the Jimmy Fund. We'll take a brief second to talk about what exactly the Jimmy Fund is. So every year they do this thing called the Quest to Defy Cancer as part of their their Let's Game event. Bye, Serini. Oh, wait, I thought you were saying... Oh, I thought you were saying Sia, not sent it to ya, on Insta. Oh, okay, solid. And then, yeah, so they not only provide care and, like, you know, put money towards cancer research through the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, but they do also provide care to people who are undergoing treatment, especially kids, for example. So if your money, you know, if you spend like $25, for example, on their fundraising, then it will bring games to kids who are currently undergoing treatment in hospitals. There's efforts to help rehabilitate, not like rehabilitate people, but like after their treatment, kind of get them more habitated to regular life again, or like help ease the transition back into regular work, regular school, especially for kids going back to school after something like that is really fucking intense. And so it's not just research, it's also care for the person who's actually undergoing the treatment. You know, it's not just throwing money at some big problem, but also helping the people in front of us who are suffering through it. So they're absolutely wonderful. But yeah. That is the Jimmy Fund. If you wanted to help out as well, they do always have fundraising going on. There's events happening, and if you yourself are a streamer, you can always sign up to help. Yeah. Mr. Smile says pie time is anytime. Dude, did we do a pie? We did a pie, God, what do you call it? Like a pie tier list recently, didn't we? We already done that. What we should do is like a video game identifying sort of thing, because it is like kind of a gaming event, you know? You don't have to play games, but I feel like that's kind of fun. I could go off and play Slime Rancher again, but we could also do, let's see, hold on. Where can I go to find a, like, a video game quiz? Where, like, those ones that people do, trivia, is that it? No. Name the video game character? Oh, there's so many options. How well do you know Five Nights at Freddy's? How well do you know Poppy Playtime? Hold on. Snapdragon, hi! Holy shit, saying what about Minecraft? Dude, long time no see. How are you? Holy shit. Sporkle, says someone. Sporkle? Why do I feel I have to be on incognito mode when I Google that? Yeah, play fun trivia quizzes on every topic. Video games. Either that or movies, because I know you guys are intensely vehement about how much I don't watch movies. Snapdragon says, been a while. It has. How are you? Let's see. Non-gaming screenshot. There we go. Jordan says, always smart to be on incognito anytime someone tells you to use Google. True. So we could do, I don't know a lot about any of these. A Skyrim quiz? We have to do a Skyrim quiz. I studied this lore. Play solo. What is Maik the Liar's dad's name? Oh no, well it's not Skooma. I know that for sure. Skooma is like their drug. I want to say his name is also Maik. Yeah, Maik's father was also called Maik, as was Maik's father's father. At least that's what his father said. That's such a Maik the Liar's thing to say. He just fucking goes off on tangents. He's actually an Easter egg in pretty much every game too. Maik the Truther says your bud dank. What is Hermes Mora the Daedric Prince of? Oh, it's like fucking Keeper of Knowledge. Yeah, he's like his whole domain is a giant library essentially, and there's this whole tome that you can get in the game that gives you a bunch of like crazy power-ups. Where is Murdia's beacon located? In a random chest, isn't it? It's not? Wait, I thought it was a thing where you just open a random chest and then it has a chance to show up. A new hand touches the quiz, says Lukage. Oh my gosh, Oakbelt Advocate says, I really need to play Skyrim. Oh my god, is it Pine Peak Cavern? Shit, oh, okay, I was right. It was a trick question. It said it could spawn in almost any cavern. Oh my god. Yeah, and Third Ration says literally all of these can be correct. That's what I thought. Oh, I see what game we're playing now. Who is the Jarl of Solitude? Elisif the Fair, Igrod Ravencrone, Leggett Ricky? No, is it? Of Solitude. It must be. Shit. Elisif the Fair is the High Queen of Skyrim and Jarl of Solitude siding with the Imperials. I didn't pay much attention to the people siding with the Imperials on my first playthrough. That one's not on me. What chat must the Dragonborn learn to defeat Alduin? Oh, it's Dragonrend. No, it's not Dragonrend. Dragonrend's the one that like makes, oh it is, yeah, because it makes him sit on the ground. Yeah, you must learn Dragonrend and use it to damage him in Sovngarde. Yeah, I knew that. How many versions of Skyrim are there? Oh god, how old is this quiz? I wanted to say like 10. 7 is probably the closest. Yeah, Bethesda loves milking its cash cow. Jesus. Who is the horse thief who got killed in the intro? Oh, it wasn't Ulfric. Was it Ulfric? You and the horse thief over there is what he said. I want to say it was Ulfric. He called him a horse thief because he was trying to cross. Oh no, I was trying to cross the border. Oh, Lokir is the horse thief. Ralof is the Stormcloak. Hadvar is the Imperial, and Ulfric is the leader. Got it. They caught him for normal shit. That makes sense. The Dragonborn can become ruler of Skyrim? No. You can become a Jarl in basically every land, but I don't think you can become the ruler. Yeah, you must side with the Imperials or Stormcloaks. By the way, if you choose the Stormcloaks, oh, Lokir of Rorikstead. Yeah, and then he says, oh, I'm from Rorikstead in like that voice. Who wrote The Lusty Argonian Maid? Oh, fuck's sake, I don't know this. Oh no, I don't think I know this. I didn't read the author, I just read the book. It wasn't Hermes Moore, it wasn't Mike the Liar. Crassius Curio? Sounds right? Yeah, that seems sufficiently fake. The writer and you actually get to, oh shit, I didn't read that. Necromancy is banned in the College of Winterhold. True. What? It's allowed in Skyrim, unlike Cyrodiil. Maybe I got it mixed up with Oblivion. Damn. All right, well I passed with a 60%, which ain't great. What did it say about? Yeah, Ulfric is the leader of Stormcloaks. You can't be, okay. Crassius Curio is the writer, and you actually get to meet him in Morrowind. Damn it, I missed that part of Morrowind. Miriak says C's get degrees. You know what? You're right. I need another quiz. No one read the author. No one read the author. We all just read the book. Yeah, over and over again, mind you. Sir Redwolf says he can be a Thane. That's his highest rank, or a Guildmaster. It's crazy, right? You can be the leader of every single guild, and you can be the Thane of every single hold, but you can't be the ruler of Skyrim. At that point, just give me the keys. If I have the keys to every city already, just give me the keys to the country. Ugh. Anyway, we're at $1,639 raised still. We're trucking along. And we have another donation from Christopher Macias. Thank you so much, Christopher, for the $20 donated, which means we're 90 something away from the next lemon juice shot, which I am gonna make a full shot, by the way. And Cash Cow, I might take the other half of this one just to keep things going. But yeah, Vito says the people at Jimmy Fund sound like they're amazing people. We need more people like them in the world, and they actively make the world a better place. They do. It's wonderful. Also, Nasty, welcome in. Thank you so much for the sub with Prime. We also had a Hydrate from Daydreamer. And also, Emotional Banana says, it's me if you just want to put Emotional Banana. I can absolutely do that. Emotional Banana, thank you so much. Is it underscore? Yeah. Banana. We'll put you up at the top. Thank you so much for the $40 donation to help support cancer research and support cancer patients. Y'all are the best. And Thomas says, I just got back from dinner and kept making faces on my phone. Y'all are doing amazing. You guys are doing great. Thomas is our team leader over in chat, who has also been doing some streaming. And if we reach $7,500 as a team, we're going to cut off his ponytail. And by we, I mean him, but he better film it. But we're working our way towards our goal for the day. Man-to-Man, welcome in. Notzer says, I was judging you on if you could spell banana. I mean, you just kind of sing the song in your head, right? It's like the same way that you go through and figure out what part of the alphabet you're supposed to be at. But Vaughn says in Cedar Creek, Texas, there's a 24-hour pecan pie vending machine. Oh, specifically pecan pie. So it's probably good. I'd be kind of down for that. Has anyone ever tried one of those like pizza vending machines? Because I saw one when I was at PAX West, and I honestly wanted to try it, but I think it was closed. Oh, Thomas says it's 15K. Never mind, 15K for the for the ponytail. And Miles says, when you talk to the conjugation dude at the College of Winterhold. Oh, the conjuration dude, not the conjugation dude. He says to just keep necromancy to college grounds. Interesting. I totally forgot that part. I also didn't do too much with the College of Winterhold. I was more of an what was it? The Assassin's Guild? What are they called? It's not the Black Hand, but they have the Black Hand print. I'm forgetting the name. Also, Lukic says I've had a pizza, a vending machine pizza at our airport last year. It wasn't horrible. Oh, the Dark Brotherhood. Thank you. Dude, have you guys seen those scrolls that people make where they'll make like one-to-one replicas of the We Know scroll from Skyrim? How fucking cool is that? I kind of want one. I don't know where I would put it. I'd probably frame it and put it somewhere ridiculous and just like freak people out as they come into my apartment. That'd be a good litmus test. If they know what it's from, then they can stay and hang for charcuterie and wine. Big T, hello over on YouTube. Let's see. But yeah, we're working our way there. What else should we do? We're, what is it, 9 something away? 95 away? Was it? Was it less than that? Okay, it'd be 20 plus 40, which is 60, plus 30, which is 90, plus 15 is 105. So we're $95 away from the next lemon juice shot. In the meantime, Iteration says, I made a prop like that for a D&D one-shot a few years ago, but I don't know what happened to it. Aw, and also Mintman says I fail vending machines for work. The pizza slices are awful. Very elementary school lunch. Oh god, is it gonna remind me of the... Wait, Notster says maybe time for a dono spreadsheet? Wait. Right, I forgot to add Chris, because it was 20, not 40. Sorry, I wrote 40 instantly because I was looking at Michael's. There we go, 20. So yeah, so 20 below from that would be 85. Right. Yes? No, 95. Yeah, it's 95, isn't it? Also, Shay Anami, hi, welcome in. Hello. In Third Iteration says, I have fond memories of that school lunch pizza. It reminds me of the pizza that we had when we were doing the, do you guys remember the, not MRI, why am I thinking of MRI? MRE. The MRE streams where we made an MRE. Ethan says, are we going to 200 or 210? 200. Right? Because we're adding Christopher, Michael, Vito, and Mr. Max together. Because you already donated 200 flat cash cows, so that'd be 15 plus 30 plus 40 plus 20. And then 200 away from that, if that makes sense. I'm not good at doing math. This is what I have an audience for, is to explicitly do math for me. I haven't done math since the 90s, okay? Like, I'm done. I did my time. But, yeah, it is, okay, 95, solid. So we're 95 away from the next lemon juice shot. Ugh. Let me do this, actually. 95 equals lemon shot. That way, it's there for us. And what else were we gonna do? We could try another quiz. We could test my knowledge. I could also go do a quiz on something. Let me see. Random movie quiz. Because I know you guys say that I haven't seen. Wait, hold on. Name this movie quiz. There we go. I know you guys think that I haven't seen a lot of movies, but I feel like you guys don't give me enough credit. Here we are. This is a BuzzFeed quiz, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it's a How Stuff Works quiz. Can you name the movie with only one clue? I'm gonna do my best. It's not timed, but I'm pretty confident. Metazoa, says Lucas. Oh yeah, we should do Metazoa too. Metazoa. That is the animal guessing quiz. You guys love that one, by the way. That was so much fun. We'll get to that in a sec. OD class, Tyosalot, JTS, and then Mintman, welcome in. Also, Miles says do a quiz on Elden Ring. I'll be your cheat sheet. Oh God. Also, Angel says I'm gonna get an Excel spreadsheet up using my degree program for important stuff. Charity's important. Heart and Soul, welcome in as well. All right. We'll see how I do. Okay, the quote. My mom always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Comes from which film? Obviously Forrest Gump. I've seen that one so many times. It's like my default like sleepover movie is either Forrest Gump or The Breakfast Club. Because that's like the ultimate. Oh, Keshkal said you've seen a lot of movies. There's John Wick, John Wick 2, John Wick 3, and John Wick 4. Yeah, and Ballerina. Don't forget Ballerina. Yeah, Lucas says we could say Ballerina's 5. Indeed. So it's obviously from Forrest Gump. In something, a man was raised as an elf. Elf. That's like my favorite Christmas movie. These are really easy. Either this is really easy or I'm gonna get my shit pushed in the minute I start scrolling down and seeing the harder ones. But yeah, that's Elf. That has to be. Yeah, in 2003, a man raised as an elf played by Will Ferrell goes to America to find himself. Due to his height, he didn't fit in among elves in the North Pole. That is the quintessential Christmas movie for me, by the way. I know a lot of people like Die Hard, but that's mine. The quote, "There's no place like home," comes from which film? Wizard of Oz. She claps her like little red shoes together and then she goes home, right? In it, Dorothy struggles to escape the dangerous and magical land of Oz and return home. Seems a little weirdly uncanny, that one. Also, Ty Ocelot says, thanks for pronouncing the name correctly first try. Oh my gosh, I do my best. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Wait, Bryn says Forrest Gump is your sleepover movie? Yeah? Is that not a normal sleepover movie? What's your sleepover movie? It's either that or the one with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I'd say. Also, can someone remind me to give Bryn Rodez 2001 VIP later? Intrepid Sass, welcome in. Let's see. This film takes place during Christmas vacation. Dune, clearly. Home Alone, Citizen Kane, or A Streetcar Named Desire? I've never seen 3 of these. To be fair, Citizen Kane is so far before my time. I'm gonna say Home Alone. Yeah, I have seen that one. Also, Robert Downey Jr. stars in which film? Iron Man. Easy. And in which movie do humans discover a lush, livable planet called Pandora? Avatar. Avatar is one of those movies that came through with my mom's smartphone back when I was a teeny tiny kid, and so we just watched it over and over again on her smartphone when we were on long drives and stuff. Yerba Dank says, claps her. Diana, where are you going with this? Shoes. Okay, good. Just to make it abundantly clear. This film follows a young boy who can see dead people. Oh, Sixth Sense. So a lot of these I haven't actually seen. I haven't watched The Sixth Sense because I think I got scared by it. But I have seen the CinemaSins videos for a lot of these. Lucky says Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Oh man, I know that one. That's the... Is that the anime? Right? Right? Also, hi Dr. Nord. This film features a clique called The Plastics. Oh, Mean Girls. I have seen it like once or twice. It's been fucking forever though, so I haven't really seen it. I definitely haven't seen any of the... Oh, it's a Ghibli film. Oh, gotcha. I haven't seen any of the sequels, that's for sure. Or the musical, which people weren't told was a musical. Which of these films centers around teen witches? It's not The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh god, I'm guessing it's The Craft? Because that seems to be like witchcraft. That seems to fall in line. Yeah. The Craft was a surprise hit and later a cult film. In it, 4 teenage outcasts face consequences after using witchcraft for their own gain. What? I would use witchcraft for my own gain. Are you kidding me? Who wouldn't? Jordan says you should see all these movies. Is The Craft good? It's from 1996, so it's not like old. Thomas says, if you haven't seen The Crow, I can't recommend it enough. It's grotesquely beautiful in a tragic way. What's it about? Also, Pirate over on YouTube says Ferris Bueller's Day Off is goated. It is indeed. I really like it. I think it holds up well. Also, isn't the dad, the dude from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, like the side character, Ferris's friend, isn't he like a dad in some other movie now? And that was like a really big thing that aged a lot of people. People are saying The Craft is really good. Makes me think of like craft services, like food. Cher is in which of these movies? Oh God. Is she in Fellowship of the Ring? I'm gonna go with Witches of Eastwick because that seems more like her vibe, and I don't remember seeing her in Avatar: The Sixth Sense. Is she in The Sixth Sense? She might be in The Sixth Sense. Okay, thank God. Jack Nicholson plays a powerful and mysterious stranger who arrives in a small New England town. He courts 3 friends and awakens them to their supernatural powers. Jack Nicholson is in this? Fucking weird. Tisana says, it's about Revenant taking revenge on a group of gangsters that burned down Detroit for insurance money. Oh, interesting. I have never heard of it. How old is it? Also, Shelly says it's from the 80s. Ah, yeah. I wonder what he looked like back then. Probably the same. The song A Tale as Old as Time comes from... Oh, no. I don't think the Dalmatians movie wasn't a musical, right? There were no... The dogs didn't sing, did they? Is it The Nightmare Before Christmas? It might be The Nightmare Before Christmas. I haven't seen either of these. Shit. That's the first one I've gotten wrong. Oh my God. The 1991 Disney film was the first animated film ever to be nominated for a Best Picture Oscar. It's based on a French fairy tale of the same name. Dude, have you guys heard the like really messed up stories behind the old school like fairy tales? And how in the old school Cinderella, one of the, you know how the evil sisters all try on? I was just talking to my hairstylist about this the other day. Don't ask why. Iteration says you haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas. No, I haven't. I didn't watch Disney movies as a kid. Luke is right. I don't know. I just didn't. But yeah, 1991. Man, old. Yeah, Shelly says they cut off their heels. That's right. So one of the sisters cut off her toes and another cut off her heels to try and fit into the glass shoe. And when the prince was taking them back to his castle because they fit, he noticed that there was blood pooling out of the shoe. And then he was like, wait, this doesn't actually fit you. Get the fuck out of here. And then went back and tried it with Cinderella. So that was like a whole thing. You should hear about the original Pinocchio sometime. Oh, man. Also, Duke says if you think that's an odd Cinderella, you should hear the Swedish version. What happens in the Swedish version? Oh. Also, Dark Sniper says I learned about the thing from the toes thing from Into the Woods. God, what a... Ugh. Ugh. Alejo, welcome in. And then Thomas says, this is not acceptable. We need to run a one-shot now, specifically themed around The Nightmare Before Christmas. Astro TCGs also says I have a really nice copy of the original Brothers Grimm stories they're based on. They're so fascinating to look at. I would watch so many movies based off like the old school horrifying Brothers Grimm tales. All right, next question. In Blank, the titular character is summoned when his name is said 3 times. I actually have seen Beetlejuice. Believe it or not, I haven't seen the sequel though. And I only saw it like last year. I remember I was eating pizza while I was watching it, and that's all I have. I don't remember much else. Also, Miles says the OG Sleeping Beauty is terrible. Yeah, because isn't she like 14 or something? Andronima says there was a movie called Brothers Grimm, actually. There was also a TV show, right? And it was filmed in Portland. I remember that being the craziest thing. Also, Norp had another dono? Ooh. No way. Hold on. $1,650, you guys. We're getting there. $11 from Dr. Norp to even things out. Thank you so much, Norp. That is super sweet of you. Thank you so much for the dono. Let's go Charity Just Chatting. You guys are the best. Dr. D. No, Dr. N-O-R-P. There we go. With $11 to bring us up to a nice, even round number, which I can appreciate. That moves us to 84. You're right. So 84 until the next lemon juice shot. Here we are. 84. There we are. I'm also going to drink this other half because it's been too long since I've suffered. This is from Cash Cow's $200 donation, by the way. Cheers. It's like the guttural instinct. The guttural instinct to just like suck the lemon juice out of your salivary glands the minute you take the shot. Norp says, I just have a tendency to even out donor numbers. I get it if it's weird. No, I totally, as someone with OCPD, I totally get it. Also, Lucas says, can Diana do a Lord of the Rings quiz just for our entertainment? Feel free to use whatever reasoning you want for your answers. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I could 100% do that. Let's do that next. Let's see. We're almost done with this one. Civic says, sorry I'm late, but I'm here now. Hi, Civics, welcome in. We're doing a movie quiz. Where I'm proving that I do actually know movies. Like, I do know the say hello to my little friend quote. This is also really easy, though, from Scarface. This film features a killer shark, Jaws. Duh. In which movie does a Jurassic theme park idea turn deadly? Gee, I wonder. In Replicants, or in which of these? Oh, no. Replicants? Replicants. I'm guessing that's like a sci-fi thing, so probably Blade Runner? Yeah, Blade Runner is a 1982 film which changed sci-fi forever. Harrison Ford is in it? He plays a man tasked with hunting down rogue replicants, synthetic humans engineered for slave labor. I didn't know that. I've watched iRobot, but that's about the closest I've gotten. Duke says, unless those movies are Beauty and the Beast. Oh, also, Dr. Norb says, it's still wrong on the donut bar. You're right, I keep forgetting I have to do that manually. Hold on, so we're gonna update that to 1,630, right, is what it was? With the $11 dono, we're creeping up there. We're getting there, chat. Congrats, congrats. Yeah, these are genuinely the bare minimum. Angel, you're right. What film does a rift form between Captain America and Iron Man? Civil War. And what film is about high school students? Breakfast Club. Something takes place entirely during the Christmas season, Love Actually. And Quentin Tarantino wrote and directed which of these films? Oh no. Pulp Fiction? A black comedy crime written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Isn't he only going to be doing like 9 movies or 10 movies or something? And isn't he on... Wasn't his whole thing was that he was only going to produce a certain number of movies, right? And then he's done how many now? 8? He's done 9? There's 1 left? Oh, man. Also, let's see. Spencer Johnson says, watch Blade Runner, but not the OG. It leaves out some key scenes. And John Carroll also says Blade Runner is actually pretty great. Gotcha. I'll say hello to TikTok and YouTube. I haven't forgotten about you. Man, so there was... Okay, wait, I bet I could name these. I don't think I can name them, actually. So there's Pulp Fiction. I'm trying to prove how much I know about movies, by the way. It's not much, but I have this going for me. Pulp Fiction, The Hateful Eight, Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2. I know them. I know them. True Grit wasn't one of them, right? He didn't do that one. What the fuck else did he do? I'm also getting him confused with Guillermo del Toro. I've got 4. What's the one? Oh, fuck. True Grit isn't one of his. Nah, I'm not gonna get it. I know as soon as I look up the list, I'm gonna recognize it immediately. Quentin Tarantino movies. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh, okay. Well, I never saw that. Damn it. Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained, of course. Death Proof, I've never heard of. Grindhouse? I've never heard of any of these. But yeah, he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's done more. But I'm guessing they're under different names or something like that. And Reservoir Dogs. Interesting. So he's famously only going to do 10 movies. Oh, he's made 10. Oh. And the others are short films. That makes sense. Good to know. Good to know. Death Proof is amazing, says Viper. Oh, I've never heard of it. Leonardo DiCaprio does not star in which of these films? Oh god, he's in Inception, he's in Gatsby, he's in Titanic. I've never heard of The Graduate, but oh well. Something is based on a novel? Oh no, Breakfast at Tiffany's is a novel, right? Yeah. And which film does the song 16 Going on 17 come from? Sound of Music? Yeah. Dude, do you guys remember Step Up? God, that was so long ago. Also, Coffee Stain says Quentin wants his last one to be Star Trek. No joke. Really? That is a wild shift. Okay, yeah. Duke says Django, Reservoir Dogs, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Death Proof, and Inglourious Bastards. Were they all good? Or was it kind of like hit or miss? Because I can imagine living up to the 10 movie thing if all the movies are bangers, but I feel like that's hard to do. Also, Magic Juice, hi, welcome in for your 1-year anniversary as a subscriber. Also, Bryn says I've only seen Step Up 2, The Streets. Dude, Bryn, do you want to have a movie night and watch Step Up 2? Or Step Up 1 and 2? Do you want to do a Step Up? Hold on, I'm putting it in our Discord right now. Guys, everyone say hi to Bryn, by the way, who is a friend, amazing human being. And, by the way, special guest on Worlds Apart coming up here soon. Bryn, can you add it? I'm on stream, so I can't add it right now, but put it in the Discord, because I will hold everyone to that. Anyway, Robin Williams stars in which film? Oh, no. Dead Poet Society. I don't think he was in Rocky. And in which film do young people drink milk laced with drugs? Clockwork Orange. That is actually, I've never seen the Clockwork Orange, but I do know that that's a thing. I read the wiki. This is my thing, is I don't watch movies, I read about them. In which film does a father set out to return his kidnapped son home? Wait, no. Finding Nemo. Because in Taken it was his daughter, right? Is this a trick question? Yeah, fuck yeah. I knew it, okay. Lucas says, now I'm afraid she's gonna get 10 out of 10 on Lord of the Rings and she's gonna drive me absolutely mad. I will endeavor to do it specifically for that. Halle Berry is in which film? Ooh, X-Men. Yeah, and then Zoolander takes on the world of modeling. The quote, "You talking to me," comes from which film? It's definitely not Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm guessing it's Godfather because of the accent. Shit, it's Taxi Driver. It's a 1976 film about Robert De Niro as an unstable veteran suffering from insomnia who drives a taxi. His character says this iconic line. That's totally new to me. Hi, Santa, welcome in. Good to see you, good to see you. The one and only. And Lucas says, oh wait, no, I read that already. Which film shocked audiences by killing who they thought was the main character early on? Ooh. Psycho? That seems like a Hitchcock thing to do. Yeah, an iconic 1960 film directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Known as the master of suspense for his tightly wound and unpredictable films, Psycho is no different. All right, which of these takes place in the 40s? Great Gatsby. Phew. Damn, I was so confident about that too. Whoops. Santa says howdy. Hello, welcome in. And then, let's see, Meryl Streep is in which one of these films? Devil Wears Prada. I have actually seen The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, Shelly says Gatsby is in its 20s. Oh, the roaring 20s. You know, you're making a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Here we are. Which of these films stars Al Pacino? Oh no. Oh God, I don't think it's Jurassic Park. Is it Casablanca? No, Dog Day Afternoon, a 1975 crime drama. Interesting. I haven't seen it. I've never even heard of it. The Corleone family is at the center of which film? Godfather? Okay, and then Reese Witherspoon stars in which film? Legally Blonde. Yes! Okay. I got 31 out of 35. That's not bad. I'm not gonna share it on Facebook, but that's pretty solid. Let's see. You guys wanted me to do a Lord of the Rings quiz. Just any quiz? Lord of the Rings questions only super fans know. Oh no. There's also the Lord of the Rings Test of the Trilogy quiz. What are our thoughts? Should we do the super fan one from BuzzFeed or the Test of the Trilogy quiz? The super fans quiz? I could do that. Magical Sasquatch says, based in the 20s, but Gatsby drove a car from the 30s, so it annoys me to watch. And Santa says, not bad at all. Thank you. Not too bad for not watching movies. Don't do the super fan one, it's too niche. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm never gonna get any of this. Is this really? This can't be that niche. How old is Frodo when he leaves the Shire to destroy the ring? Obviously 131. Shit. Duke says it's funny if you get the basics wrong. Okay, got it. All right. Who said it? 9 companions, so be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring. There's a person named Pippin in this movie? Okay. I'm guessing it's not someone named Pippin. Because this is a very fancy sounding quote. So it's probably someone named Gandalf or Elrond. Elrond sounds like your second cousin twice removed who you only see at like, oh God. that you only see. Wait. Why do you guys say she's not joking? Wait, why? Who's Pippin? Am I supposed to know who Pippin is? How dare you insult Hugo Weaving? That's Hugo You're telling me fucking... You're telling me this motherfucker's name is Pippin? Oh, Elrond is Hugo Weaving. Okay. Sorry. Listen. Duke says, how could you not have absorbed some of this from osmosis? Spite beats osmosis any day, my guy. I'm gonna say Gandalf, because Pippin does not sound like a fancy name who would say a fancy quote like, so be it. Fuck! Elrond, the de facto ruler of Rivendell, said this at the council call to discuss what should be done with the One Ring. Elrond. Oh! I have seen this guy's hairline before. I get it. Deethan says it's your bond. I can't condone this. Oh no. Oh god. Billy Boyd is Pippin. Okay, hold on. Pippin, Lord of the Rings. Ah, this guy looks like a sweetie. Love that face he's making, I guess. Does he just do that all the time? Looks like a smiley guy. All right, okay. True or false? The two wizards were sent to help the people of Middle-earth. I know that Middle-earth is the place. I know that much. It's kind of like Midgard, but I guess Midgard is also fantasy. Okay. Two wizards were sent to help the people of Middle-earth. Here's my thing, chat. That doesn't seem like a lot of wizards. Two does not seem like enough to help an entire world full of people. Wait, is Middle-earth the world or is it the continent? I don't like this. I don't like his world building already. Lucas says we can just say Astari and she won't get any help from that hint. Astari sounds like a Pokemon. That's all I got. I'm gonna say, 2 wizards isn't enough wizards. You need at least 3. Nice! There were actually 5. 3 we know, Saruman, Gandalf, and Radagast, and 2 that passed into the east, Palindo and Alatar. Palindo sounds like it'd be a delicious dessert. Hey, pass the Palindo. Okay, so there were 5, Gandalf, Saruman, Radagast, and 2 blue wizards. Why'd they have to be blue? Okay, all right. 6, so I was right when I said it was kind of a low number. I'm getting it, chat. I know Lord of the Rings. Who wields the sword Orcrist? I don't think Gandalf has a sword. So it's either Thorin or Florin. Both of these guys sound like they should be wielding bows instead. I'm gonna say... Florin? Florin sounds right. Shit. The Orcrist sword was found in a troll's cave and carried by Thorin during most of The Hobbit. Okay, so this goes into The Hobbit as well. Good to know. Thorin is another thirst trap. %1,000%. I'm so here for this. Why haven't I watched this before? God damn, why didn't you guys tell me to watch this movie? Fuck. Nth Iteration says Gandalf definitely uses a sword. Wait, he does? He has a glamdring. I don't want to know about his cock ring. What about his sword, though? Ethan says we tried. Dark Sniper says Thorin and Florin are also dwarves, so they should not be using bows. Oh, okay. Got it. He's a dwarf. This is okay. I'm starting to get it. Dwarf names: Thorin, Florin, dwarves. Noted. In Fellowship of the Ring, what gift does Lady Galadriel give Gimli before the Fellowship leaves Lothlorien? That place. In the Fellowship of the Ring, what gift does she give Gimli? Is it the ring? It's not the ring? Does she not give him the ring? What do you mean? Where's the Fellowship if you're not giving the homies rings? Lothlorien. Lothlorien. Okay, I said it right. I'm not gonna do it again though. Thug and Chuck says, think of something of yours that you think is unique. 3 strands of her hair. She just, this is such a like, oh, the lady bestowed upon me 3 strands of her hair. I would not, listen, it's 2025. When we're world building nowadays, can we make it a bit more useful? Like, why didn't Lady Galadriel give Gimli a gun? That's so much better than 3 strands for fucking hair. He could get that anywhere. He could just pick it up off the floor of whatever palace she has. Oh no, it refreshed. Shit. Okay, wait, what did I say? I said Gandalf, and then I said false, and then I said Florin, and then I said, okay, yeah, so it's 3 strands of hair. What was Gollum's hobbit name? Wait, there's a poll saying how many will Diana get right, and half of you fuckers said 1. God damn it. Also, let's see. Thuggin Chug says she has to watch if she fails the quiz. Oh, no. Also, Iteration says better not mess this one up. Is a hobbit name like your last name? Is it like your mother's maiden name? What was Gollum's hobbit? What was his mother's maiden name? Oh, I have heard this. It's Smeagol. He was a hobbit of the river folk named Smeagol. So why is he all fucked up? Why does he look like that then? Ethan says it's your race. Oh. Also, how many times does Gollum say precious in the 2 Towers? Is there a count for this? Oh, the ring corrupted him? So many people are yelling at me about the ring. Oh no. Okay. Jayhawk says, I don't know, Diana, why don't you watch it and find out? I didn't know that. So, I thought he didn't have the ring when he started I thought he was... So he had the ring. What the fuck was the point of the movie then, if he's a hobbit and he had it? I thought the whole point was to give it to a hobbit and they go off on some fucking journey that could have been done by eagles the whole time. Am I totally off base on what this movie is even about? To destroy the ring. So doesn't he travel with them though? Why would he want them to destroy it if he calls it my precious, we'll say 12 times? Damn it. He says precious and my precious at least 16 times. That is a crazy thing to have on this quiz, by the way. Your Butt Dank says there was a really hot elf a long time ago who asked Galadriel for 3 strands of her hair and she said no, and he turned out to be evil. So when Gimli asked her for 1 strand and she gave him 3, that was a big deal. Oh, got it. What does the hair do though? Does it do anything? Oh yeah, Alex E on YouTube says the lore of the hair goes crazy. She denied 1 to basically a demigod, but the funny smitten dwarf gets 3 because of reasons. The sword's sting would glow blue when who were nearby. Dude, they have racist swords in this movie? Dark elves, giant spiders, or orcs? Oh no. I want so badly for it not to be dark elves. This sword better not be racist, dude. I'm gonna say orcs. Oh, okay, God. I mean, it's still racist, but fuck. At least it's not as overt. Wait, Dark Sniper said it was made by elves, so yes, it's very racist. Oh no. The elvish knife, which serves as a sword for the diminutive Frodo, damn, get fucked, Frodo, glows blue in the presence of orcs. Got it, okay. That's kind of a cool weapon enchantment, actually. I'm kind of here for it. Could you do incredibly more cool things with an enchantment and a sword? Yeah, but this is still fun. Santa says orcist. Orcist indeed. Wait, hold on. Cash Cow said the sword isn't racist. Orcs just turn it on. Oh no. And technically dark elves aren't a thing in Lord of the Rings. Oh, and Bryn says, Dinah, you have me here wanting to nerd-splain all of this. This is literally my hyperfixation. I wrote 3 papers on it last year. 3? Oh. The shards of the sword Narsil. I'm so sorry in advance then. The shards of the sword Narsil. Say that 17 times fast. We're taken to Rivendell and reforged into what new sword? The Orcist sword? Glamdring? Ondriel? No, hold on. Ondriel's a tree, right? Am I wrong? I'm guessing Ondriel's a tree. That sounds like a tree name. Orcrist is the sword that we talked about earlier, so I'm guessing it's Glamdring? No! After the Council of Elrond, which I'm supposed to know about, the elves of Rivendell forged Narsil into a new sword, which Aragorn named Ondoril. Ondoril sounds like a tree. I'm so sorry. Infederation says it's really, really old fantasy. Also, Tolkien was very intentional about keeping the magic mysterious and light-handed. Oh, so, oh, there's no rules? Also, Dark Sniper says, that was an actually question. They called Orcrist and Sting swords since they were found together in The Hobbit, but Sting is a dagger. That's a good actually question, actually. Also, Deethan wants me to hydrate and posture check? Yeah. I can do that. Hugin Fenrir, welcome in, by the way. Let me fix my posture. Which of the 3 rings of power did Galadriel wear? There were 3 rings? I thought there were like fucking 9 of them. At what point does Elden Ring fall into this story? Angel says that was part of Aragorn becoming the king of Gondor again. He's a king? Was that before or after he did the door thing? Oh, also people are saying, I don't know this one. So there's a ring of water, a ring of fire, and a ring of air. I'm gonna guess ring of air, because that gives Galadriel vibes. Shit. Galadriel was given Nenya. It's Nenya business. The ring of water by its creator, Celebrimbor? It was used to maintain her home of Lothlorien. Okay. Chat, this is getting a little ridiculous. Quest for Pants, welcome in. Kashka also wants me to breathe. Air is Elrond, says Ethan. And people are saying you need to watch the Prime show. This isn't an ad. This is the opposite of an ad. Celebrimbor. Oh, Kel, not Cell. Got it. Also, Viper says, when do you fly into Unplugged? Because we only need about 20 hours to watch all the movies. Oh my god. Fucking... I do not have nearly that much time. I'll tell you that much. Unplugged is a marathon for me. But Celebrimbor is how you say it, says Astro. And Bryn says this is hurting so bad. Hugin Fenrir says it's why she uses water to make her sky ring mirror. Scrying mirror. There's so much... Where are the rules for this magic, dude? I like lore that has defined boundaries. Like what they did in Aragon, I thought that was fine. Who is the last keeper of the Elven Ring? Narya, the Ring of Fire. I'm gonna say Arwen, because Arwen sounds like an elvish name. I feel like Arwen and Narya are like a dream couple. I feel like that makes sense. Gandalf had it? Really? Narya, the Ring of Fire, I thought that was in Hawaii, is set with a ruby and originally worn by Gil-galad. Gil-galad? Then by Círdan, who finally gave it to Gandalf. So what do these rings actually do? Are they just fucking jewelry that you just pass down to your heirs, or do they actually do something? Also, Dark Sniper says there are none. This isn't Brandon Sanderson. And Tolkien created the rules. Ugh. Ugh. They're rings of power. But what does that do? They provide vibes? What does that mean? They taint their wearer? Yeah, if it's a fucking rockin' ring, I get that. But if it turned if it turned Smeagol into the little Gollum dude, then what is the point? Yeah, it's a ring of power, but it makes you go bald? I hate this. Only 17 of the rings taint the wearer? How many fucking rings are there? You could make an entire set of ring mail with all these rings. Lucas says magical rings that imbue the wearer to help them perform things and lead their people. It gives the wearer the strength and will to govern their race, says Deethan. The one ring is the evil one and fucked up Gollum because it was evil. So there's one evil one. There's 20 total rings. The rest of them are just like leadership qualities. I hate this. Oh my god. The rings of power. Let's not forget about the 5 that was given to 5 special young people to protect the planet, and then what happens when their powers combine is they summon Captain Planet. I hate it here. After his resurrection, Gandalf is known as the Grey. True? Sure. I mean, if I came back to life and someone called me Grey, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fair, but only if I died of old age. No? He's known as Gandalf the White after his resurrection. He got race bent after did he come back as a white person? Or has he been white the whole time? Your butt takes says he then gave 10 to Shang-Chi. Hi, Barrels. Hello. Angel says that so were the dwarves, but the dwarves were just too stubborn to be fully corrupted. That kind of sounds like the dwarves in Dragon Age. So he goes from gray to white. Santa says his hair. Oh, his hair goes white? That's kind of an improvement. Also, Dark Sniper says all the wizards have colors after their names. They refer to the roles of the wizard. Oh. So, in theory, you have a such and such the black? What about such and such the brown? Viper says, the joke is that Gandalf sent the party away so he could get all the XP from the battle, and that's why he's the white now. Got it. Oh wait, someone is reciting the thing. Queenside Rook over on TikTok says 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their hall of stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die. Damn, imagine that as a death gift. 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne. Oh. Man, men got 9 of them, and yet you don't hear shit about them from this movie? At least I don't remember any normal dudes. I guess Gandalf would be one of them. He's also technically a divine being, says Astro, sent by the cosmos. He's a god? What is happening? Wait, you do hear about humans? They're the Nazgul? What the fuck is a Nazgul? They're the ring wraith? What the fuck is a ring wraith? Gandalf isn't a man, he's Maya. Who the fuck is Maya? The wizards are minor gods. Okay. So they're... Duke says, you haven't seen it, how could you remember it? I've seen snippets, but, not a lot. Okay, Radagast is the brown one. The badass motherfucker, says YouTube. And then... the Eagles are also gods? Who isn't a god? The minor gods are called Maya. There's... oh no, okay. I hate it here. In Lord of the Rings, Arwen chooses to give up her immortality to be with her love, Aragorn, who's a mortal man. Why is she able to do this? Because she fucking... Listen, it happens to the best of us. I'd be immortal if I wasn't attracted to men. Why is she able to do this? All elves can choose to be mortal. She has human ancestors. She gives away her Ebon Star necklace. Ooh. Can elves just give up their mortality? Their immortality? No, damn it. Arwen was the granddaughter of Irindil the Mariner, the second of the half-elven. There are half-elves in this fucking series? Okay. All right. So who the fuck isn't a god is what I'm still waiting on. Also, Alex says, is this a troll or have you not seen them? I haven't seen them. I genuinely don't know anything about them. And Deethan says, all the basic rules of fantasy were created by Tolkien in these books. I do know that they stole the hobbits for D&D and then had to rename them halflings. And a lot of good people, a good lot of people aren't gods, such as Pippin. That makes sense. Pippin is not a god name. Who rescues Gandalf atop the Tower Orthanc? Well, given that I know Frodo and Sam are hobbits, and they are short, I don't think they're climbing a tower. Merry and Pippin also seem like hobbits, so I'm gonna say it's Gwere. Gwere helped Gandalf from atop the tower, we'll say. Holy shit, I was right! Gwere found Gandalf imprisoned by Saruman on the pinnacle of Orthanc and rescued him. This sentence, by the way, would kill a 16th century child. Instantly. Deedan says, correct. Tolkien popularized the commonly perceived version of elves, dwarves, and orcs. Oh, I wonder what they were before that, then. John says they stole a lot more than hobbits. So Duke says, yeah, he's a bird. Where's a bird? Oh, that's a cool bird name. Also, Jayok says, dwarves being from underground, elves and trees, and all of that super basic fantasy stuff, that comes from Lord of the Rings. Oh, also Training CEO and P. Killstreaks. Hello. Gotcha. So the classic elf is from Tolkien. Fucking insane. Okay. Who stabbed Saruman in the beginning of the movie, The Return of the King? Wow, spoiler. Grima Wormtongue, amazing name. Aragorn or Gandalf? Aragorn, he gives badass stabby vibes. I don't know what Saruman looks like though. So I can't weigh out whether or not I feel like this guy could take this guy in a fight. I don't think Gandalf could take whoever this Saruman fella is in a fight, but they are both wizards from what you guys are saying. So maybe they'd have a little wizard duel. Also, it's the beginning of the movie. So I'm guessing he gets his shit rocked, whoever it is. And then that's the plot is Saruman comes back or some shit. If I had to guess, right? Return of the King, maybe he's the king. Saruman's a king, someone stabs him. It then doesn't work, they die. And then he comes back, maybe? If I had to write it, that's how I'd write it. I'm gonna say Grima Wormtongue. Yeah, a spy of Saruman, but ends up killing him in Return of the King. Spoiler. Hobbits eat 7 meals a day? What comes directly after 11 C's? Dude, am I taking a fucking naturalization quiz? I feel like I'm taking the fucking citizenship test right now. Jayhawk said this stream is gonna be used against you in court one day. Oh no. Also, Dark Sniper says Return of the King is also the third movie. How many movies are there? Oh no. Oh god. Also, Streak says, you're one of the main reasons I got into D&D. Oh, this is embarrassing then. And now I'm 8 months into a campaign with some college friends, and I'm making my own one-shot that takes place in the campaign world with side characters. That's amazing. Fuck yeah. Also, Duke says this is a nerd naturalization quiz. Oh no. Hobbits eat 7 meals a day. What comes after 11 Z's? Obviously 12 Z's, which is lunch? Lunch. Luncheon comes after 11 Z's. Hell, I knew that. I'm smart. I can context clues. True or false? When the Fellowship is in the mines of Moria, oh god, Merry knocks on a skeleton into a well, causing the group to be attacked by orcs and a cave troll. Why the fuck would knocking a skeleton into a well cause orcs and cave trolls to appear? Also, what well exists in a mine? You're around water. Just dig 3 feet to the left and find an aquifer. False. Yeah, it was actually Pippin that knocked the skeleton in the well, causing the trolls. Oh, never mind. I had such a problem with every other part of that sentence except for the fact that it was fucking Mary. Good God. Magical Sasquatch is heading out for the night. Have a good night. Mighty Joe says noise, and Alex says cause demons. Also, Alex, he says, fun fact, a physical copy of the Cimmerillion could also probably end a child. It was Peregrine Took, aka Pippin. Oh. Got it. True or false? Aragorn's childhood elven name is Estel. Aragorn is an elf? I thought he was a dude this whole time. I don't know his fucking mother's maiden name. His childhood elven name is Estel. Does he give Estel vibes? Wait, he is? He's a human? Or he's an elf? He's not an elf. But he had an elven name? Oh, he's half elf. Oh. He's a Dunedain? What the fuck is a Dunedain? Is that just a fancy half-elf name? So he has elven ancestry. Okay. Estel sounds like an elven name. Yeah, his childhood elven name means hope. Ah. In the Two Towers, what is the name of the tree-like species? Oh no. That Merry and Pippin befriend in Fangorn Forest. Ooh. This has to be an Ent, right? If you guys are saying that this guy came up with all of modern fantasy and like laid the groundwork, Ents are very much a groundwork type creature. Notster says, now tell us the social security number. Also, this one's easy. Yeah, it has to be an Ent. Yeah, Merry and Pippin befriend an Ent, a race of ancient shepherds named Treebeard in Fangorn Forest. That one's not too bad. When did Isildur lose the One Ring? Oh god, okay, so the One Ring is the bad one. He lost it in a battle with Saruman while defending his brother Aratan as he swam across the river. As he swam across a river is such a bitch way to lose an incredibly powerful object. Just gonna say. Dark Sniper said D&D should make this one very easy. Oh yeah. Also, Ford Hero, thank you so much for the sub, and Galix, welcome in. Hello. I don't think, as he swam across the river, I don't think you would lose a ring swimming across a river. You can go swimming with rings. While defending his brother Arta, no, because why would you? I'm just saying a battle with Saruman. Maybe he lost it like as part of a bet. In my headcanon, right? He laid it down. He was like, hey, if I land a blow on Saruman the way that other guilds, whatever the fucker, whatever their name was, the way that guy did, then you give me a ring. And if not, then I give you a ring. Damn it. The ring slipped off Isildur's fingers. He tried to swim across the river to escape a warband of orcs. What kind of fucking magic ring doesn't automatically size itself to fit your finger? What kind of world building is this? Blink on TikTok says he swam fleeing an ambush? Well, oh no. Wait, it is an evil ring? An evil ring should want to be kept, dude. Why? An evil ring, the evil part of it isn't the fact that it's half a size too big. The evil ring is that it makes you bald. This ring only wants Saruman. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was Saruman's specifically fucking molded cock ring. Duke says a full Lord of the Rings plot summary from Diane. I hate it here. This is so dumb. Swam across a river. God fucking damn it. What did Aragorn, Imrahil, Gandalf, Eladon, Eomer, and Elro here? Jesus, what a D&D party this is. Decide during the last debate. I don't know. What was Kirk talking about again? Let's see. Yerba Tank says Sauron's cock ring is my favorite band. Good God. Also, Jayok says, yeah, you'd have known that if you'd had seen the movie. I have never seen. Oh no. Dr. Fat Shady, thank you so much for the 50 gifted subs, and I'm so sorry. Oh man, you guys, can we give it up for Dr. Fat Shady, who has gifted 50 subs in chat, saying I love charity? Thank you so much. Yeah, in case we've lost the plot, speaking of insane plots, we're raising money for the Jimmy Fund right now. There's links down below and all that. I should check on that, actually. Also, Jayhawk says the gift sub notification crashed my stream. I love it when people give subs, because it helps everyone see without having to deal with the what do you call it? The ads. Correct, says I'm learning so much. Not really all I wanted to, not sure it's all I wanted to learn though. I'm so sorry. We learned about the Quentin Tarantino filmography, if that makes you feel any better. But Fat Shady, thank you so much for the gifted subs. That's super sweet of you. Thank you for helping the community out. Okay, got it. Kim over on TikTok says a magical ring that wants to leave the bearer will fall off. So it's a sentient ring? Man. Anyway, what did they decide during the last debate? To fight Sauron, how to save Frodo Baggins, how to destroy the Ring of Power. I feel like this would have been implicitly obvious. I feel like destroying it would be something that everyone kind of just knows. So I'm gonna say how to save Frodo Baggins, because it's sus that his name isn't listed here. No, they decided to fight Sauron. At the last debate, the men decided to fight Sauron in the Battle of Morannon to help Frodo Baggins and Samwise Gamgee, crazy last name by the way, finish the quest of the ring in Mordor. So you have to fight him in order to get rid of the ring? Why? Gamgee? Oh. I thought it was Gamgee. Whoops. As a distraction, says Mariak. Also, Viper says the ring is sentient adjacent. It's like a dog that wants to go home. Oh. Everyone is saying as a distraction. Dude, everyone is yelling at me in every single chat right now about it being a distraction. Oh no. When Frodo is attacked by the Witch King, who attempts to hit his heart with a Morgul... Oh, sorry. Who attempts to hit his heart with a Morgul blade? What the fuck is a Morgul blade? Does no one have a normal sword? When Frodo is attacked by the Witch King, who attempts to hit his heart with a Morgul blade, what is he almost turned into? Okay, when I think Witch King, I think of, this guy, the Lich King. And in my head, this guy looks like a Wraith. This gives Wraith vibes. Also gives copyright infringement vibes. So I'm gonna say he's almost turned into a Wraith. Yeah! Flawless logic! Wait, your my Dank says Witch King, more like Bitch King. Also, someone says Google the Witch King. Witch King. This is just the same guy. Wait, these are the same picture. This is the same dude in a different font. I was joking. Wait, Nonster says when you assemble a team against a true evil of the world, you don't go into battle with a vanilla +1 iron sword. Fair point. Blizzard was not subtle. Oh shit, I was totally joking. But Crooked Rook says, yeah, Lich King was based off the Witch King of Angmar. Oh. Also, Fort Hero says one is just in bold. Got it. Also, hi, Drunken Badger. How's it going? Let's see. True or false? The Third Age began after the first downfall of Sauron. What do you mean, first downfall? How many downfalls did this dude have? I mean, I guess I've had like 3, but at least I had a glow-up period. That's what the other movie should be about. Sauron's downfall, Sauron's revenge era, Sauron's glow-up period. There were 2. The first one was where he lost the ring. Oh, okay. So the Third Age began after the first downfall. I would say true. Because I feel like that the Third Age feels like an early age. I feel like there's at least 8 ages. Yeah, dude, I'm on a roll here. I got 2 right in a row. The defeat of Sauron by the last alliance of elves and men following the wow, just elves and men? It's kind of racist. It's kind of exclusionary. What about the hobbits and the dwarves? Following the downfall, what about the flying eagles? What about whatever the fuck Gandalf is? Following the downfall of Numenor, cool name, marked the beginning of the Third Age. All right, who is the elf responsible for abandoning Dol Guldur? I know that that's not what this is referring to, but I'm just thinking of Dole Whip. My good friend Dol Guldur. Who was the elf responsible for abandoning Dol Guldur before Sauron moved in? Is that the tower? Is that the tower that's got the fucking eye? Something like that? Wait, Peasant Noodle says, I'm sorry, has Hobie never seen Lord of the Rings? Welcome to the channel, I've never seen Lord of the Rings. Dark Sniper says the elves and dwarves still hated each other. Oh, so they are racist. Also, the eagles mind their own business, says Deethan. Oh. Duke says the second film is Sauron learning how to do perfect winged eyeliner. Because Sauron is he's the dragon, right? No. Don't tell me. Fuck me, I forget the dragon's name. But that's not Sauron, is it? Smaug, that's it. Who's the elf responsible for abandoning Dol Guldur? I'm gonna say Orifer. And when he abandoned it, they renamed it to the Orifice. Oh my god. Orifer, the father of Thurendil of Mirkwood and grandfather of Legolas, was the Sindarin king of the Sylvan Elves of Greenwood. Oh my god, this is so wordy. Dude. If I ever start writing lore like this, give me another dose of antidepressants. He abandoned Dol Guldur because of territory disputes with Lorien and Moria. Because that means I've gone way too fucking over the top with my OCPD. And Rhodes says all of Tolkien is wordy. Oh. Also, Greg says, God, this is trivia I'd never get right. It ain't great. I'm struggling here. I think we're on the last few, though. Who created the 3 elven rings? I'm gonna say Hideo Kojima? Feanor, Arundel, or Celebrior? I've already forgotten how to pronounce it. Feanor. He sounds like it. Fuck. Celebrior. The 3 elven rings, creations of Celebrimbor, were said to embody the power of air, fire, and water. At least we learned that up above. How many members were there in the Fellowship of the Ring? 9. Because that was the very first fucking question, right? Yeah, 9. Elrond appointed 9 walkers to the Fellowship of the Ring. Oh shit, there's a Walking Dead crossover in this movie? Including Aragorn, Boromir, Legolas the Elf, Gimli the Dwarf, and the hobbits Frodo Baggins, Samwise Gamgee, Peregrine Took, and Meriadoc Brandybuck. And then Gandalf is also there. Also, Viper says, to be fair to Diana, she was 2 years old when Fellowship hit theaters. Thank you. That's the first one, right? Oh, man. What was the name of the book that Bilbo was writing about his adventures? The Hobbit, There and Back Again, or My Adventures at the Shire? Considering this dude's name is Bilbo fucking Baggins, I don't think he's great at naming things. So I'm gonna say My Adventures at the Shire because it sounds like something that he would write, especially as like a basic bitch sort of memoir. Nope, There and Back Again. I could have gone more basic. Fuck. Bilbo Baggins was writing a book titled There and Back Again about his adventures in the quest to reclaim the dwarf realm of Erebor. The dwarves have their own realm? And it's not just the dirt? True or false? The Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring was nominated for 9 Oscars in 2002 and won 4? True? It took home 4 Academy Awards, including Best Cinematography. Jesus, fuck. Blue Roost just says I'm officially old. Oh no. Nos just says Diana's friends failed her. I've been failed a lot. Storyteller, welcome in. Also, Nacho and Too Much Not Enough Dog, welcome in. How many Academy Awards did Return of the King win? 3. The sequel's never as good. Holy shit, the sequel is like twice as good. Oh my god. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King won all 11 Oscars it was nominated for, including Best Picture and Best Director. It's tied with Titanic and Ben-Hur for the most Oscar wins ever. Jesus. Why didn't you guys tell me this movie was good? And who was the director for the trilogy? Steven Spielberg. Fuck. Peter Jackson. Oh god. And true or false, Lord of the Rings trilogy is the most nominated film series in Academy Award history. It has to be. It has to be. It won fucking 15 awards. Yeah, it surpassed both the Godfather trilogy and the Star Wars franchise in nominations. So I got more than half, you guys. That's pretty good for a multiple choice quiz that isn't all 50-50s, you know? Bryn says, Diana, please watch these movies. Oh god. People are saying this was painful. I'm so sorry. But I'm not that sorry. Either way, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We've got a bit over on time. So I'm gonna send you guys off and have you... Oh my god. Sorry, I'm tired. I also need to go back to work after this, as usual. So I'm gonna send you guys off to a friend of mine. Actually, Thomas, you're here. Do you know anyone who's currently streaming? that we can send over to for the sake of the charity, perhaps? No pressure if there's no one on right now, though. I'm also going to say goodbye to everyone over on TikTok. Thank you so much for suffering with me, and I'm so sorry. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5. And then for those who are watching on Twitch and YouTube, I will also see you guys at 5 o'clock tomorrow. But on YouTube, at least, I can't raid into anyone because that's not how that works. Thomas says I don't know anyone currently. That's okay. I can find someone. And also Viper says, when you get to Unplugged, something soft will be thrown in your direction. It's from me, and it's because of this. That is a threat. Also, I have a handler. Just to be abundantly clear, if you just throw something at me, that might trigger a not great reaction. But, you know, it's fine. Tomatoes are fruits. It's basically the same sort of acid as the lemon juice I've been drinking anyway. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. We got one more big push for the Jimmy Fund tomorrow, so we'll be streaming for that at 5 o'clock Pacific time. In the meantime, I'm going to toss you guys over to Concho, who is still doing his partner push. We just barely missed his birthday, but we has a couple more chances left to get partner, and so we're gonna go support him in that endeavor. When you get into the stream, be sure to tell him I said hi. And also, if you have to leave the stream, totally fair. Just be sure to like say hi once and then leave the stream open, so that way it counts for him. In the meantime, I will see you guys again on, what day is it? Wednesday? On Wednesday for the continuation of our Jimmy Fund charity stream with some more lemon juice in hand. So, bye.